If you've paid off a credit card, a car, or a loan in the last few years, you already know the relief of watching a balance hit zero. What that relief doesn't tell you is whether your total monthly number actually went down or whether it just changed which account it's going to. By the end of this video, you'll know which one happened to you and why that answer decides whether you're still stuck at 55 or actually free by then.
Jack makes the final payment on his car loan on a Thursday afternoon. 3 years of the same withdrawal, same date, same $412 gone from his account for the last time. He takes a screenshot of the zero balance. He texts it to his brother. That night he takes his wife out to celebrate, and for once the bill doesn't make him wince. He tells himself, something real just changed. A year later, Jack's total monthly debt payment is exactly what it was the day he paid off the car. Not close, exactly. The $412 he used to send to the auto lender now goes somewhere else, on the same day of the month, in almost the same amount. And he couldn't tell you when that started, or how he decided it should. The car loan is gone, the number never moved. 6 weeks later, that $412 already belonged to something else. Jack never sat down and decided it should. 6 weeks after the car loan closed, Jack financed a used truck for his brother-in-law's landscaping side gig, a temporary arrangement that turned into a permanent monthly payment of $380. That's where the $412 went. He didn't sit down and decide to replace one payment with another. He just said yes to something that felt manageable, because $380 fit inside the space $412 used to take up. This is the part that doesn't show up on any statement. The freed up room in his budget never got a job. Nobody decided it should go toward the credit card balance sitting at $9,600, close to the average carried by men his age according to Experian. Nobody decided it should go into savings either. It just got absorbed by whatever new expense showed up first. Jack would call this normal life. A guy pays off one thing, something else comes up, that's just how money works. Underneath that story is a habit, the same one, repeating, with a different name on the payment each time. None of this felt like a mistake to Jack. If anything, it felt like proof he'd finally gotten something right. Paying something off is not a small thing. Jack worked 3 years to close out that car loan, and the relief he felt driving home the day it happened was real. His brain registered it the same way it would register finishing a project at work or hitting a number on the scale. A milestone crossed. Done. That's exactly what makes the next part invisible. When the truck payment showed up 6 weeks later, it didn't feel like undoing the milestone. The milestone already happened. It was already banked, already texted to his brother, already celebrated over dinner. The truck payment felt like a new decision, unconnected to the old one, made by a guy who'd just proven he could handle a monthly payment responsibly. Taking on the truck payment felt like a reward, proof he could handle a payment responsibly. That's the trap. The milestone was real. The story Jack told himself about what came after it wasn't. That story has a real monthly cost. Jack's never once looked up the number. Jack's credit card balance sits at $9,600. That number by itself doesn't feel dangerous. It's close to the average balance for men his age, according to Experian. So it doesn't feel like a crisis. It feels like normal. Here's what normal costs him. The average credit card interest rate right now is around 21%, according to the Federal Reserve. Run that against his $9,600 balance, and the math is simple. $9,600 times 21% divided by 12 months comes out to roughly $168 a month in interest alone, money that buys him nothing but one more month of the same balance. That's $168 Jack pays every month, whether the balance goes up, down, or stays exactly where it is. It's rent on staying stuck, due whether he notices it or not. He has the $412 to make this go away. He's been sending it to a truck payment instead. Not everyone in Jack's exact position handles this the same way. So this same replacement habit doesn't stop at the first payoff.
car loans specifically have a way of following men years past the day they think they're finally done with them, for exactly the same reason Jack's truck payment slid into place. That's what the car loan video breaks down next. Ryan paid off a car loan too, 18 months ago. Same lender terms, similar monthly payment, same kind of relief the day the balance hit zero. He didn't handle the moment any differently than Jack did. He told his wife, they went out. He felt exactly as good as anyone feels closing out 3 years of payments. The difference showed up 6 weeks later, the same point where Jack's story turns. Ryan opened his banking app and set up an automatic transfer for $412 a month, the same amount, into extra payments on his credit card balance. He didn't wait for a reason to move it. The car payment freed up, and before anything else could claim that space, he'd already told his bank where it was going. Ryan's credit card balance 18 months ago was $9,400, close to where Jack sits today. It's $2,100 now, because the day his payment freed up, he decided where it went before he had a chance to decide anything else. Same starting line. One rerouted the money before it could get absorbed. The other didn't. Not one alert, email, or credit score update was ever going to catch this. Jack got plenty of all three. Nobody calls Jack to check on the truck payment. His bank doesn't send an alert saying his total monthly debt obligation is unchanged from a year ago. His credit card statement shows a minimum payment, on time, month after month, which reads as fine. Nothing about his financial life is currently on fire. The lender that closed out his car loan sent him a congratulations email. His credit score ticked up a few points the month the account closed, which felt like more proof he was doing this right. Every signal he actually gets tells him the payoff worked. None of those signals track the thing that matters. None of it is built to notice that his total monthly obligation never dropped. Ryan didn't get a system to catch this either. He just didn't wait for one. What Ryan actually did about it takes about 15 minutes to copy.
Ryan decided, before the last car payment even cleared, what would happen the moment it didn't. While the loan still existed, he set an automatic transfer to take its place. Jack could do the same thing tonight, and it would take him 15 minutes. Log in to whatever's carrying the highest interest rate. For most people, that's the credit card sitting at that 21% average, and set up an automatic extra payment for whatever amount his last debt payment used to be. The reason this works is the timing. A decision made before the money is free beats a decision made after, every time, because after is exactly when a truck payment, a subscription, or a why not purchase is standing there ready to claim it. Go back to that Thursday. Jack takes the screenshot, texts his brother, takes his wife out. Nothing about that day was the mistake. The mistake happened 6 weeks later, quietly, when $412 needed somewhere to go and nobody had already decided where. Ryan had a Thursday like that too. Same relief, probably the same phone call to someone who'd want to know. The only difference is what he'd already set up before the relief had time to wear off. A payoff is real. The number hitting zero happened, and it mattered. What happens in the 6 weeks after is a separate decision, made by a different version of the same guy. The debt habit is the reflex to fill freed space the second it opens, before anyone tells it not to. We just covered what happens when a freed up payment doesn't get a job. That same blind spot shows up again once the debt is gone. Turning 50 quietly unlocks a higher 401k contribution limit, and most men never check. Check out this video next to see if you're one settings change away from tens of thousands of dollars.